Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to review how to read a scientific article to find information that will be useful for your assignment. There's a few different ways you can physically look at the article. You'll see on the screen, I have the article sort of in the web browser here. So we already talked about parts of the citation, including the article title being at the top. To start reading, you'll scroll down. In this case, we have a highlight section. We also have an abstract. An abstract is a summary. I typically encourage students to take a look at the abstract just to decide if they should spend the time reading the full article or not. If we're going to keep scrolling down here, now we get into the introduction and sort of the meat of the article. You'll notice on the left-hand side, we have an outline here, and so it tells you what sections of the article there are. So there's an introduction, methodology, results, discussion, those types of things, which is really easy to read, and you can sort of, read your screen, scroll down, go to the next section. If reading on the web browser or web page isn't something you're comfortable with, there also is, in this case, a view PDF option. The PDF is nice because you can also download it, so you don't have to be connected to the internet in order to read it. So that's something you can do as well. The information in the PDF also is all the same information, just displayed slightly differently. Again, we have that abstract introduction. What I like about the PDF is that there's also page numbers. So when you go to quote or cite, you can pull that page number pretty easy. Now, when you're reading a scientific article, there should be 5 main things you're looking for. 1, the hypothesis. 2, the methodology. 3, results. 4, discussion. And 5, more research to be done in the future. So let's just scroll through here and see if we can find those sections. Introductions are pretty common for most academic articles, not just scientific ones. And as we scroll through the introduction, they're citing their past research, but they also have a hypothesis in this section. So you'll notice we go introduction, methodology, and methodology is on our list to look for. But we also said we want to know what their hypothesis is. And I can see it's the last sentence here within their introduction. It says, we hypothesize that individuals, et cetera. So there's the first thing we're looking for with a scientific article, the hypothesis. So we found that. Next, we said we're looking for some sort of methods or methodology section. So we have that here. This method section is based into subsections about our participants. There's some graphs, measurements, all of those things. So that's all looking good for the scientific process. The third section we're looking for in this paper is the results section. So what are some key results and key themes that they found? And this part might have a lot of graphs, tables, raw data. I'm going to keep scrolling through the article here. Then we come to the discussion section. This is where we really get to the meat of what do all of this data mean to us, right? So we found significant between group differences, right? So this is where they're explaining all of those parts. So that's an important section to look over. As we scroll through here, this one has conflicts of interest, and we want to see some sort of acknowledgement for future research. This might be its own section, or it might be at the end of the discussion. It says studies should continue to follow these groups of people to understand their behavioral changes. So there is some acknowledgement to what further research needs to be done. And there's also limitations and other things that need to be studied. So that is here within the discussion part of the article. So all of this leads me to believe that this really is a scientific article that I could use for my assignment.